My name is Jose. I understand it's confusing. I'm pale. I don't have an accent. I treat women with respect. People don't know what to do. You guys owed. You're trying to defend the Latinos. That's fine, but let's imagine 9 Latino men working on a construction site. Beautiful woman walks by. What are they gonna yell at her? Is it gonna be something like this? Excuse me, human being. We don't want to objectify you, but you look nice. Right, guys? Right? She looks nice? Okay, back to construction. Taka, 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 taka. Does that sound accurate?
Tonight on Laughs, we bring you the best stand-up comedy of the week. Now, here's the worst guy to have on your team in the zombie invasion, Steve Hofstetter.
Welcome to another episode of Laughs. We have a great one for you tonight, and we're going to get it kicked off with a comedian who is on Access TV's Gotham Comedy Live. It's Antoine Young.
I love watching Superman, too. I love how they introduce him. They say that he's faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, and he can leap tall buildings in a single bound. They said he can leap tall buildings in a single bound. I was like, can he fly? Does it matter how high somebody can jump if they can fly? Well, who's determining whether he's leaping over the buildings or flying over them? But someone's like, yeah, I seen his ankle. He jumped that time. He didn't fly. And the guy said he can do them in a single bound. Doesn't matter how many bounds he took if he's leaping over buildings. Is he like, well, yeah, James, it took him about 6 or 7, but Superman, and he took him 1. Oh, yeah, that's why James is at FedEx. I love watching CSI, too. I love watching CSI, Crime Scenes Investigation. Woo! Yeah, I love that show. Doesn't it seem like everybody on that show know all the elements on the periodic table and what they combine to make? Like the guy would come in, he'd be like, Sarah, you got the analysis back from the sample I gave you? She'd be like, yes. Was carbon base, silithium-10 with phosphate acid. And he'll be like, nail polish remover? Why would the killer use that? Watch a lot of court TV. I would love watching court TV. I seen this one episode where the judge had gave this convicted murderer, they gave him 3 consecutive life sentences. And I was like, did he have to put the word consecutive in there? Is there other criminals serving multiple life sentences but taking breaks in between them? Like, yeah, I'm gonna do this 1 life sentence, chill. And then I'll do the other 2.
And now, Young as Hell with Taylor Tomlinson.
How many times a week do you guys ask people how they're doing? You don't mean it at all. Have you noticed what a terrible human being you are this week? It's amazing. So much so that when someone genuinely asks you how they're doing, they make eye contact with you. You know, the lasting eye contact where you get all itchy, like, where's my phone? It feels a little weird, right? Like, I was at the grocery store last week, lady behind the counter asked me how I was doing. I answered her back, real dead in the eyes, just trying to keep it from twitching. Pretty good, ring up my stuff. She goes, no, leans over the counter to grab my elbow, looks me straight in the soul and says, no, how you doing? I started crying. I told her everything. You have to be careful, though. People will not always respond well to that in social situations. I know, because I was at CVS this morning getting some personal items, fill in the blank. Lady behind the counter there goes, oh, looks like someone's having a little bit of a lady problem. I was like, yep, and you work at CVS. Looks like nobody's life's going according to plan, Brenda.
Russian optimism.
A little boy found a grenade. He hid it in the oven and went to school. At night, Grandma turned on the oven. A lot of people came to her funeral.
Available at Amazon.com.
You can do more on Facebook than see what your life would have been like if you had stayed with your ex-girlfriend. It's also where you can watch stand-up clips and get updates from Laughs at facebook.com/LaughsTVShow.
I left Miami when I turned 18 and I joined the Air Force. I'm a 19-year veteran of the United States Air Force. That's what I do. But I'm not doing this. I say I'm a veteran because I used to tell audiences I'm an Air Force pilot, which I am, and that confused they're like, they let the Cubans fly the plane? Shouldn't he be in the Coast Guard? You don't want Cubans in the Coast Guard. That's like Mexicans in the Border Patrol. I don't think that's a good... Stop right there! Everybody stop! That's my family. Okay, welcome to America! But people want to know what kind of pilot. You're like a fighter pilot, Jose? I'm like, no, I'm a cargo pilot. One time they told me I was supposed to carry 600 pounds of cages full of live chickens. And I'm glad it didn't happen. It's a bunch of chickens in an enclosed space. I was born in Cuba. I'd have been in the back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. Who's flying the plane? Whatever. 2-1 on the red one. 2-1. We call him Mike Tyson. He likes to bite.
I think women should stop trying to have babies after 40. Because 40 is way too many babies. I think that my grandparents think that I'm gay because when they describe me to their friends, they use words like quirky and sensitive and homo. My parents are great, though. My parents treat me like a god. They don't believe in me. I visited home recently. Every time I go home, I feel like something has changed, mainly the locks. Outside of my apartment, there's a Marine recruiting center, and every time a man walks past, the Marine after will say to them, "Son, have you ever thought about joining the Marines?" And then one day I walked past, and he said to me, "Son, have you ever had any friends who have thought about joining the Marines?" A lot of people say that I remind them of Woody Allen. Yeah. Particularly my girlfriend, who's 8.
It's time for the Vine of the Week. I personally chose this Vine because I thought it was so cool that this one's only 6 seconds long.
Yo, Bash, you want some chicken? Why, bitch? Because I'm black? Yeah. Don't tell nobody.
My mom, last time I was there visiting her, as she's dropping me off at the airport, she says to me as I'm getting out of the car, "Listen, I'm gonna be really worried while you're up in the air. So the second you land, I want you to turn on your phone and text me so I know you got there safely." Like, are you serious? Is that necessary? Trust me, if I don't make it safely to another major U.S. city in a 747 with 200 other Americans, CNN's gonna let you know immediately. It's not like if my mom doesn't alert someone, they're gonna be walking around Delta headquarters in a week going, everyone seen that flight from Miami that was supposed to get here last Thursday? No, turns out that thing never showed up. Did anybody's mom alert anybody? Like we're broken down on a cloud somewhere. Ridiculous. That's coming from a guy who's afraid to fly. I've developed anxiety when I have to get on planes. Like, I've taken it this far. Whereas most people try to sit as far away from babies on airplanes as possible. I try to sit as close to a baby as I can. Because as a very spiritual man, I've convinced myself that if God's gonna protect just one little area of an airplane, just a tidbit more than the rest of it, definitely gonna be the section with a baby. I'm not the only one thinking this way. That's why people chat you up when you sit down. They don't really care what you do for a living or where you're traveling to. They just see you're not a baby and they're worried. They're hoping for an answer like, "Oh yeah, me and my whole youth group are going down to Guatemala to build houses for poor people." All right, feel pretty good about row 26 right now.
Fun fact, comedians live on chicken fingers, Diet Coke, and broken dreams. It's Laughs. Look under your seats. You get laughs. You get laughs. Everybody gets laughs. It's Laughs.
Welcome back to Laughs. Time for Toby Hicks.
Tired of turning my TV on. Every time I turn my TV on, it's something for overweight people. Yeah, they got diet shows, makeover shows, Celebrity Fit Club, Biggest Loser couples, Biggest Loser families, Biggest Loser Crips, Bloods, all that. It's nothing for underweight people. Like I just chose to be this weight as a grown man. There are 11-year-old kids who weigh more than me. I'm supposed to feel sorry for overweight people. Oh, they could get diabetes, high blood pressure. The heck with fat people. Nobody feels my pain. Every time somebody sneezes, I'm scared I'm gonna get meningitis or to see Ebola now. Heck, I wouldn't even made a good slave. Don't act like I would have. How much cotton you think I could have carried? I'd have had to been in the house. I couldn't have been outside in all that heat. I'd have been down to 80 pounds. Summertime's the worst. I'm glad that's over with. You know, the winter I could wear a couple shirts, a jacket people really don't know. Summertime, I'm totally exposed. My homeboy gonna call me up talking about you wanna go out to the beach. I'm like, what for? What am I gonna wear? Like you gonna see me at the beach with a tank top and shorts on. I can't even wear flip-flops. I got skinny toes. Overweight women always wanna get undressed in the dark. Same way for underweight men. This girl gonna turn the lights on me last week and start counting my ribs. Went to Afghanistan to perform for the troops, right? So I went to get a physical before I left. So I said, hey, doc, my shoulder's been bothering me. He's like, Toby, don't worry about it. We'll do an x-ray. Do you know he just picked me up and held me underneath the light?
There's no I in team, unless you're dumb and forget to use autocorrect. Then there's like 3 I's in team.
Hey guys, it's Alexys.
And I'm Cody. When raising a pup, you gotta be stern and you gotta let him know when you mean business.
Yeah, you should, except all Cody ever does is give him treats.
What are you talking about? I'd never give him treats. Do I give you treats, boy?
Hold on, I have to take this. Hello?
Here's the sketch of the week.
The wife is sitting on the deck, drinking a glass of wine. Husband goes out with newspapers, sits down, starts to read. She says, I love you. I love you so much. I don't think I can make it through a day without you. He puts down newspapers. Is that you talking or is that the wine talking? It's me talking to the wine.
Everybody always clown me, say, you go by JT? I said, yes. Everybody in my family go by initials. I'm JT, my son's AJ, my daughter's IT, my mom is MOM, and my daddy is MIA. See, some of y'all got the same daddy. I have a son who's actually mixed. His mom is Hispanic, and I'm actually black. Yeah. It's kind of cool, but it's kind of confusing growing up in a mixed relation house. My son went to school, right? And he was a little confused. He said, Dad. I said, yes. He said, there was a race riot at school. I said, oh, my God. He said, the blacks and Hispanics were getting into it. I said, no way. He was like, Dad, which side should I get on? I said, whoever's winning, fool. Like, you got options, son. Says, your name is Anthony. If the blacks is winning, your name is Antoine. The Hispanics is winning, your name is Antonio.
Coming up, we got more stand-up, so sit down. It's Laughs. Don't like some of our jokes? Send your complaints to Steve Hassenpfeffer at netzero.com. It's Laughs.
He's been on BET's Comic View and One Mic Stand. It's Ralph Porter.
If you got kids, take care of your kids. That's what I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Take care. Every now and then, you do gotta beat them down, though. But on the real, don't none of my sons mess with me because they know Pops can still get it in. Still, pow! They be like, oh, Dad is quick with them hands. I'll be like, yeah, you see how your head went back? Look like a Pez dispenser. Y'all don't know if you know what that is. Don't you know what that is? That's from back in the day. You clock the little thing back, get a little candy out of it. Yeah. I'll punch it right in the head. Blah, I'll be like, ooh, strawberry? Boy, you tasty. Look at you. And I love women. I got to say that. I love women. Women, y'all the best. Yes, you guys are the best ever. I don't care what size. Some of y'all get caught up on your size. I'm too big. No, you not. Big is cool, especially with a little dude like me. Big is cool. You big, I'm small. Hey, we can play a whole bunch of games. I don't know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Tall women, I don't care. I keep a step stool in my trunk. You hear me? I'll ping that step stool, boom, do do do, do do do. Yes, I will. Here's my thing for the big women. Just stop doing one thing. Wearing them little old bitty ass clothes. You know damn well you shouldn't be wearing them little old girl clothes. Them clothes is too small for you. Big women, y'all look good in big stuff. Put a sheet on and just walk out the house and see. Just... Trust me, it looks good. You got on the little halter top, it's riding all up here, all of this is out. Waka, 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 waka. No! No, that's not what we're in it for.
Sometimes I think I'm really sad, and then I'll see something that's like, oh, that guy's way sadder. Like I saw a 12-year-old boy the other day wearing sweatpants. I didn't know you could give up that early. His preteen is clocking out. He is tying that waistband. It could be worse, you know, it could be worse. I could be homeless. I mean, that's the thing that I like to think about. Could be homeless. Although in Grand Rapids, Michigan, which is where I'm from, they just legalized panhandling, so now everyone can be homeless. Yay! The guy holding the sign I'd always say is, you know, like, Vietnam vet, father of 5, anything helps. Anything helps, let's get him condoms. Are you serious? 5 kids. You have had sex with 5 different women. Oh, it was the same lady, she's just really stupid. I am not surprised. Father of 5, Vietnam vet, you're 24. There's no way.
Have something funny to share on Twitter? You could use a carrier pigeon, or you could use #LaughsTV. They both tweet, but only one of them leaves a mess.
I was on a date at this time last week. Thank you. Thanks. It was a special date too. Like I bought a new bra for it, ladies. You know. And it was a really sexy, like a peekaboo bra, so I could be like, here it is. No, it's gone. Wait, here it is again. Ooh. Work for it, you know. And then I took it home and I was like, oh, I just bought a nursing bra. I don't. Do you know what a guy does that you've been dating for 3 weeks when you bring home a nursing bra? He leaves. And he doesn't come back.
3 minutes and 1 second till we're back. Go smoke a take a It's Laughs. You tweeted and asked for it. Here's more Antoine Young.
I had to put my son to bed tonight. I decided to read him these nursery rhymes. It said Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall, Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. But when I looked at the picture, I was like, how did this fat egg get on top of this wall? Someone had to put him up there knowing he was gonna fall. He was assassinated. I was like, wow, this one is kind of scary. I was like, who wrote this one, Stephen King? Like, yeah, Humpty, he's dead. He ain't never coming back. He's gone for life. Now go on, get you some rest.
If YouTube's a family, consider us your creepy uncle. Watch all of our episodes at youtube.com/LaughsTV show, and we'll give you a hug. A long hug. An uncomfortably long hug.
I have been brought to you guys tonight from the Lesbian Outreach Program to break the stereotype that not all of us are DJs. So I like to do that joke up top so that you guys know I crush but I like to wear lipstick so you guys know I'm a lady about it, so. A lot of my friends were confused when I was still gay after college. One of them went so far to say that he thought that I was just pretending to be gay to be cool, which was offensive, you know, because I was pretending to be gay so that people felt bad for me. like, I don't know how you didn't put that one together. I think that young lesbians, specifically in college, I think they have it easier these days, you know, because of Tinder. because, you know, my thing that I'm going to have to tell my kids is that I used to have to do it the old-fashioned way, you know? I used to have to spend $80 in beers and shots to see if a girl was questioning. You know, that was my walking, you know, miles in the snow.
Well, that's been Laughs. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.